There are very few things in this world more entertaining than a sov sit, especially when they're in court with a no-nonsense judge. Now, we've seen this no-nonsense judge in one of my most recent videos, and she's absolutely brilliant. But I can't say as much for the defendant in this case. My two chihuahuas have more actual legal knowledge than this guy.
Go ahead, man.
Mr. Cunningham, what I have from you was from April, and it appeared to be an attempt to write a subpoena. And
yes,
I'm sorry?
I say yes.
Okay. I'm not going to sign that subpoena. First of all, it's not in the right format. And second of all, it's directed to people who are not subject to subpoena, court officers.
All right, well, excuse me, that's only one of them. If I might, quote unquote, put my words on top of your words.
Let me quote unquote put my words on top of your words. The court is not going to accept a subpoena, especially if it's written in crayon.
One of them, that's only one of them. The second one is actually showing, which I had wrote the subpoena for, stating when I had got identification within the jurisdiction. Now, to the jurisdiction that I came from before I came here is not the same, madam. Sorry. At the same point in time, I have not got no correspondence with the subpoenas that I have put out, what I have put in the workers myself, and also its contract to solidify these subpoenas to the necessary people that it's supposed to go to.
I mean, they were definitely all words. Well, most of that was words. Just the order of them didn't actually mean anything. I think he just went through a legal document, picked out the fanciest looking words, and then just said them in a random order, hoping that it would make sense.
Now, from there, I'm talking to you, which basically pre-trial, which is at this point in time, if you want to make a decision with or with not, I'm putting it out hopefully to the end of July, if possible. Somewhere around 23, 25 days of the month of Roman calendar date 2022 July.
Well, yeah, I should hope you're going to use the Roman calendar. Imagine going into court and saying, Your Honor, I wish to appear on the 26th moonrise of the Mayan calendar, please.
So from there, from basically the subpoena that basically I'm trying to get to, which is supposed to be on the witness list, which is on the also, excuse me, I might be slurring my speech a little bit.
Ah, yes, it seems he has retained the services of Messrs. Jack Daniels and Johnny Walker, Esquire.
Simple fact of the matter is I might be a little intimidated by basically who you may have associated with quote unquote RICO Act, which is you as well, which has to do with housing and throughout this jurisdiction of the Washtenaw County. Now, excuse me, Bradley versus United States, which basically comes to the identification of what's jurisdictional act, what has to go by every constitutional state, basically including the United States, 10 mile additional law.
Yes, sir. Very well put indeed. That's exactly what I was thinking about. How's the RICO Act with the judicial, you know?
I had a basic contract with a passport. Let's say from there. Now, what they sent me is basically within, we can say go back to A1. Now, if we go back to A1, as far as the motion and also the other motion that I put forth before me talking to you. Now, A1, as far as in excuse me, as far as the evidence, name and address, not correct. Now, the name and address is not correct, which basically, to me, has not been in any type of reference to why this is not correct. Now, the witness states, Ryan Kavanaugh. Now, Ryan Kavanaugh is not on the witness list, is which basically I've been asking, and which basically, as far as the transcripts and the videotapes, you have not presented or, the
5 minutes. It has been 5 whole minutes, and I still don't know what this guy's talking about. So I got a bit of a challenge for you. Head on down to the comment section, and with what you've seen so far, let me know what you think he's attempting to say.
That some of this documentation that they sent me is not agreeing to what they had already acquiesced. Now, they tried to, move the primary witness. Now, with my primary witness, what I just stated is Ryan Kavanaugh. That's not on the witness list.
Okay, so Mr. Cunningham, I'm gonna stop you, Mr. Cunningham.
Yes, ma'am.
If there is a motion,
yes, ma'am.
Excuse me.
I'm asking to supply this information or bid this case. Simple.
If you're going to make a Cunningham, it needs to be in writing. And the only
writing, ma'am.
Again, crayon on the back of a cornflakes box does not count.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but whether Lou Sedan have justified and read through the motions and documents that's submitted, that's not on me, ma'am. I'm asking at this point in time, you subtract or dab it this case, or we go from there, which basically right now is only a motion, which basically, it will be under the RICO Act. Simple fact is you and him have ties to, such as the Housing Association. I'm just making a statement here. Simple fact of the matter is Housing Association, Washtenaw Association of a degree of basically to supply law or put knowledge of law to. It's kind of a little bit Greek, probably a little ahead of some of the people, but
I mean, we're 8 minutes in now. 8 whole minutes, and I still don't know what he's talking about. I think this guy might be tipsy. Sir, how much have you had to drink today? Yes.
Basically, I'm asking for this case to be dismissed, man. That's simple, cut, dry to what it is. Anything else there? I'm listening and understanding. Excuse me.
So after his incredible explanation of why he should have this case dismissed, the prosecutor gives his answer. And it's not looking good for the dude. So my advice to you, buddy, pretend you're French and put on your sunglasses. We can do this, monsieur.
Can I rebuke that, madame?
Sorry, what'd you just say, Mr. Cunningham?
Can I rebuke that? First of all,
Mr. Cunningham, I'm going to stop you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've read the motion. In fact, I've read it a couple of times and listened to what you have said here today. And I agree with Mr. Banner that there is no support for what you're requesting. And both motions are denied. The oral motion to dismiss that you made today.
How you gonna deny
for a subpoena ducis tecum? They're both denied.
Excuse me. How you gonna deny a fact that basically is not solidified? They don't have the Ryan Kavanaugh on the basically what they sent to me is Ryan Kavanaugh, but now they don't have Ryan Kavanaugh on their witness list. Now, why don't have Ryan Kavanaugh on my witness list is one thing. Now, two, here it is.
Pass me into Mr. Cunningham right now. We're losing this case. You need to stall him. Keep saying quote unquote until I can get there.
I'm not supposed to be on U of M property. Is quote unquote his quote unquote investigator who basically investigate quote unquote shit. Simple fact of the matter is I'm not supposed to be on U of M property. Now, if I'm not supposed to be on U of M property, that means here it is. They have to get some type of subpoena or something to bring me in to solidify that basically I know what's going on at that point in time. Now, here it is. I'm in U of M.
Mr. Cunningham, I'm going to mute you now so that I can speak.
And here it is. They run my territory.
All right. Mr. Cunningham, you have a pretrial scheduled next Tuesday at 1:30, and that's on this same Zoom. We'll see you then, sir. We can call the next case.
Now, as we can see, our old buddy down here does not know when to shut up, even when he's muted and his case is finished. Now, on a scale of a nun to Jim Leahy from Trailer Park Boys, how wasted was this guy? Anyway, folks, thank you so much for swimming with me through the sea of gibberish that we just had to go through. But it was actually a lot of fun, even though I didn't understand a word he said. Hey, I can see my reflection in my own sunglasses. I look kind of sexy. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining me, and we will catch you in the next one. I'm heading away for the weekend, so I won't probably have a video out on Sunday. If you're watching this as a premiere, I won't be here, but Mrs. Demon will be running the side chat. Make sure and say hello and make her feel nice and welcome. If you enjoyed this video, make sure and hit that like button and subscribe to see more. Consider becoming a member of Patreon or hitting that old thanks button down below. Catch you in the next one. Sláinte.